Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for this video. I'm going to be doing a tutorial today for this kind of eye look. It's a very dramatic blue smoky eye with it starts very dark blue in the corner and kind of gradually goes to light blue in the inner corners. So if you want to figure out how to do this look, then stay tuned for the rest of my video. So I've already applied my whole face of makeup, like foundation, concealer, what have you. It's all on already. So I'm going to start with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is just the original one. I also have Sin and Eden, but this is probably my favorite just for keeping the eyeshadows vibrant and lasting a really long time. So I just take a tiny bit like this. I'm just going to put a little bit on each eye and rub that in, and kind of get a little bit underneath as well. For me, this is especially important because I do have pretty oily eyelids, but using this primer seems to do the trick and really makes the eyeshadows last all day. Once you've used the primer potion, you can take the, we're going to put down, a blue base. So we're going to use actually two cream products to build this base, kind of a darker one on the outside, moving to light. So I'm going to actually take this Annabelle Smooth, it's called Annabelle Smoothie eyeshadow pencil. Extreme long wear. Okay, this is in the color, Acidesiac? Acidesiac. It's probably supposed to be like aquadesiac, except for it's AC, whatever. Okay, you take this blue, take a blue kind of bright base. You can use one of the Maybelline Color Tattoos as well, if you prefer that. And I'm just going to take this kind of all over the lid, leaving a tiny bit in the inner corner, and leaving a tiny bit on the outer corner as well. Once you've done that, it looks crazy. Once you've done that, you're just going to spread it out a little bit. Okay, just spread it up, kind of staying mostly under the crease, but spread it up towards the crease just with your finger. Until it's nice and thin, because that will make sure that it doesn't crease or go anywhere. Once you've done that, we're going to take our darker base color, and that's going to be from this Smashbox cream liner palette. This is a metallic cream liner palette. Take that brush out. It's just a bunch of different colors here of Smashbox cream liners. We're going to take this one here, which is kind of a blue, what's this one called? Blue Topaz. It's called Blue Topaz. You're just going to take a tiny bit of that on your finger, just a tiny bit, and we're just going to dab that there first. I'll do it on both eyes so that I'll kind of get it even. Then kind of wipe off your finger, and you're just going to blend that into the lighter blue that you already applied. Once you've got that darker blue all rubbed in, you can start taking your eyeshadows. So first we're going to actually start with the darkest and work our way in. I don't know why, I just kind of like doing that. So first, the darkest eyeshadow we're going to use is from the Urban Decay Black palette. I'm not sure if this is still available. It's just what I have, but use what you actually, the Urban Decay Smoked palette, which is out now, it kind of has similar colors to these three, and I think it has a black as well. So actually this is very similar to their new Smoked palette that just came out, so if you had that, you could use colors from that as well. We're going to use this color called Sabbath, which is just a really dark blue. We're going to take that on just kind of a dome brush here. This is just one from Gosh. We're going to dip that in the dark blue, tap off the excess, and we're just going to dab that on the darkest part of the eye here, and dab it around a little bit. You can bring it up as much as you want. I kind of like, this is supposed to be kind of a dramatic look, so you can bring it up if you want to. I kind of have a lot of space here going on, not so much when I open my eye, like you can't see it so much, but I do have a lot of space, so bringing it up for me makes sense, but if you have less space, just don't bring it up as far, and it will work for you. Once you've got them blended in the way you want, it doesn't have to be perfect yet because we're still going in with many more colors. We're going to go in with a slightly lighter blue, like very slightly, and I'm actually going to use this. This is a Cargo palette from Cargo Cosmetics. It's a Canadian brand, I think. This is in the palette is Egypt. We're going to be using this dark blue right here. kind of a very vivid blue. So we're going to take a little bit of that on the same brush, but I just wiped it off a minute ago. We're going to put that mostly still on the dark color and only a tiny bit. It's just to blend between the dark color and the next color here. And you can always go in and add more of each color later, so just get the base down and just see how you feel. Now we're going to take a matte blue color, and this is a really bright electric blue. This is just from Annabelle. I'm not even sure what the color is called. I wonder if it says it underneath. Okay, I can't get that up. Anyway, it's pretty much the only electric blue that Annabelle has. I don't even know if they have it anymore, but any electric blue. Take that on your brush, just a small amount because this is really bright. And we're going to put that, again, mostly on that second darkest blue and over a little bit into the really bright blue. Still leaving a little bit of space still leaving a bit of space there though. After that we have another blue, and this is just a Sula color. It's called Sula. I'm in Heaven is the color. It's just kind of a light aqua blue. So anything you have, take a little bit of that on the same brush again, and we're just going to apply that close to the very beginning of the eye here. And kind of just blend it backwards here into the rest of the eye, just to make a really clean line. And bring it up a tiny bit as well. If you feel like something's missing, you can always go back and apply more of a certain color. I'm just going to apply a little more of this dark color at the edge here on this eye because it's not quite as high up as my other eye. Sometimes I like it when an eyeshadow look is very blended, but I find if you put more blue on top of this, it's going to look, I mean, it already looks very dramatic and not for everyone. So we're going to take kind of a light brown color to kind of tone it down a little bit. I'm just going to be using the Naked palette in this color Naked. It's just a very light brown. Just put a tiny bit of that on your brush and just very, very, very lightly blend that into the crease on top of the shadows that you've applied and get pretty close to the brow but not all the way. I like for some of the eyeshadows to the blue to continue under the eye a bit, so I'm going to take that crazy matte electric blue again and a pencil brush. This one's just from Lise Boitier. I'm going to take that blue again, just a bit of it, and apply it under the eye, kind of going about halfway or so. Just a little bit of it to try to tie in the look, but only go about halfway. If you wipe off that brush again, we can go back in with the Sula eyeshadow, the lighter blue, whatever light blue that you're using, and just take that on your brush and kind of put that on the inner half underneath your eye. Finally, I like there to be a little bit of brightness under the eye, so a little bit of more brightness in the inner corner there. So I'm actually going to take this L'Oreal Infallible color. This is in the color Sassy Marshmallow, which is actually a really cool color because I don't know if you can see there, but it's kind of a silvery color, silvery mauvey color with little pieces of blue and little pieces of pink in it. It's like marshmallow candy. Very strange color. But anyway, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that and apply that underneath in the inner corner. And kind of apply that a little bit above that as well. Before we go any further, I just have to fill in my brows because you can't get the full effect unless my brows are not so unruly. Next we're going to do a little highlight under the brow. I'm going to be using the Naked palette again, just this light color Virgin, or any light kind of shimmery color that you have. And I'm just going to be applying that with a fluffy brush under the arch of the eyebrow. Next I'm going to be lining the eyes a little bit. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay eyeliner here in Perversion. And we're just going to actually pick up the lid a bit. Hopefully you can still see this. And kind of get the inner rim of the eyes. We are also going to get the waterline as well. We're also going to take a little bit of that line and just smudge it on the very outer corner of the eye to kind of create more of a cat eye shape. Using a smudger brush and some black eyeshadow, I'm just going to use some from the black palette, but you can use any matte black eyeshadow. We're just going to blend out the liner that I just put on the end of the eye there. We're also going to take the same smudger brush and the black eyeliner, and we're going to smudge it. We're going to just pat it over the black that we already applied. Before I put on mascara, I'm just going to take kind of any concealer brush. This had a little bit of concealer on it from when I did my face earlier. I'm just going to kind of use that to clean up under the eye a little bit, because I did use kind of a few dirty fingers to pull down my eye there, so get some of that off. Then you're going to take your mascara and just apply that, and I'm sure you all know how to apply that, so I will be right back. Once you've applied your mascara, you can apply your blush or contour or highlighter or whatever you prefer. I actually think my cheeks are rosy enough at the moment, and I have such a dramatic color on the eyes, that all I'm going to apply is a little bit of bronzing kind of powder today. I'm just going to use the CoverGirl pressed powder in a couple shades darker than my skin tone. This one is in 160 Classic Tan, and I've already applied a little bit of it, but I'll just do it again to show you. I take the MAC 109 brush, dip a little bit of that in, make a fishy kind of squishy face. Just buff that under the cheekbones and kind of up onto the cheek a little bit to give you a little bit of color. That may be a bit too much, but you get the idea of that. Then, using the same brush, I'm just going to take my highlight, and I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade, which I believe is limited edition, but you can still get it at the moment as far as I know. And I just apply that to the top of the cheekbones with the same brush, and it gives me a really beautiful glow. Last is the lips, and I want kind of a nice light pink lip. I don't want it to be an erased lip, but I also want it to be not too dramatic, because the eyes are super fun and colorful. So we're going to take MAC Cream Cup Lipstick, which just looks like this. It's just a natural pink color here. I'm going to apply that to the lips. Once you've applied that, this pink can be a little crazy, so we're going to tone it down a bit with some lip gloss, and this is NYX's, what is this? Baby Rose. It's just very light. It's almost a clear gloss, really. And that's the completed look. This is kind of a fun look if you want to, if you're going out, or if I've worn this to school before, but if you're going out, this is a really fun look, and I really like how it kind of gives your eyes an extended cat eye kind of look because of the dark fading into the light colors. If you don't like this pink of a lip with it, you obviously don't have to do that. I mean, it, like, looking at it now, it does look a little bit like veering towards 80s. So if you'd rather use a peach lip or a more nude lip, then that is all up to you. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please stay tuned for my next video, which will be coming up very soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!